Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started here in just a minute, but first hit subscribe to Hangman Tarot. When you hit subscribe, you're going to go ahead and click that bell also. So make sure that you go do that so you don't miss anything here at Hangman. If I'm just now meeting you, my name is Jordan. I am Hangman Tarot. We're going to start with our Bieber update. So I'm getting to some celebrity readings. Sometimes I get a little busy with those zodiac readings during that time. I do try my best to get to celebrity readings. So just give me a minute, give me a breather here. Other than that, we are going to get into this. This was a request from a subscriber of mine, so thank you for that request. And if you also have a request, anybody, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, or you can go ahead, check me out on my social media. So we're just going to get into an overall update of Justin Bieber since the last time we did one was when he was sick. And so this was a request to get in on kind of where he's at, like as far as him being healthy. Excuse me. Sometimes you just need some coffee. Okay, so we are going to get started. I'm going to go over his oracle reading first, and then we're going to get into a little bit more as far as his tarot card reading, okay? Let me go over his astrology really quickly. I keep forgetting to do everything. All right, he was born March 1st, 1994 at 12:56 in Ontario, Canada. He is a Pisces, Libra, and a Scorpio rising. He's a birth path of 9. Okay. And he is Justin Bieber. I don't really need to explain who this guy is, especially if you're watching this reading. We all know who the Biebs is. He was born Justin Drew Bieber. I didn't know his middle name was Drew. I thought that was his brother's name for some reason. And he's a multi-instrumentalist, and he was discovered at the age of 13 by a talent manager, Scooter Braun, after he had worked Bieber's YouTube cover songs. And Bieber was also signed to RBMG Records in 2008. When Bieber's debut EP, My World, released in late 2009, Bieber became the first artist to even have songs from a debut record chart on the Billboard's Hot 100. We all know who the Biebs is. He's officially not with Selena Gomez. He is married to the Miss Hailey Baldwin, and so they have their situation together. But as of right now, currently, where is he at? Very blissful, high energy there. High energy as far as harmony, just any kind of information or knowing in the world is definitely putting it into the heart. So he is in a really nice place with the heart. And very intuitive. He's very empathic. He feels people's feelings without really recalling why. So he's able to feel, it has that ability, and it actually irritates him probably if somebody doesn't like address that they're being a dick, like, hey, you're being really rude, like you're hurting this person's feelings, and that's because he can feel it. So I understand how this feels because I personalize everything. Like when I'm walking around downtown or something and somebody's getting, assaulted or a name thrown at them, I take it as it's mine. So I empathically, I'm feeling it, and I'm not dodging those types of things. And it's an issue sometimes, and I'm sure that he has to manage that kind of stuff as well. I don't know if he's aware of the unique gifts he has, but he is in a really positive place right now. There's lots of growth, lots of creation, lots of change in his life. So that is a huge plus. This is kind of coming back around the way that we were wanting it to. The last reading, I indicated that I kind of figured that he would come back like completely different. And I feel like he is. There's definitely some sort of a journey to wholeness, maybe going on the inside just for a little moment, just to, take a peek, and hopefully he can keep moving through that shit. Okay, let's get into this tarot card reading. We're going to find out all about the Biebers. The Biebers. I want to find out health-wise, overall health, where is the Biebs? Stay. If you hear any weird noises, the kids are home. They are playing VR and an Xbox. So that is the noise that you hear if you hear anything. Especially Reagan. She acts like she's in our real world on the VR. Yeah, because I can hear it. All right, here we go. Let's find out what's going on with the Biebs. A little bit of drama when it comes to health. This mentally. Just mentally he's being extremely truthful and as outspoken as possible, but in the best of manners. So he's actually not one to speak out normally. So him kind of moving through anything as truthful and as loyal as possible is definitely something that is being indicated here. So any mistakes that he's made, any challenges, conflicts, he's really striving to get away from that, especially the mental stuff, like any kind of mental aggression, mental change, mental illness or behavior patterns changing. That is something that he strives to get away from anything violent and just outspoken in the most kind way possible. And what influences that is this partnership that he is in. Okay. So basically there was once upon a time, this is something that really bothers him. To a water in reverse is just indicating that there was a partnership in which there was aggression. There might have even been violent words back and forth, but however that runs, this is a huge influence on why he doesn't do that anymore. Because basically he got caught doing it. Okay. Because he was ornery, and it doesn't matter what the excuse was, he was. And so that is something that influences the reason that he doesn't do that anymore. So that is one of the dealings. He doesn't want anybody to see his melodramas. He doesn't want anybody to reassess him in any fucking way. So for health wise though, it is a huge plus. It is helping. Last couple cards. Anything mentally or communication or a behavior is on the up and up for him. He's learning from his mistakes, his travesties. Travesties or tragedies? All right. So likely outcome of that is yes, that's going to put him into a different kind of life cycle. So it's going to give him a little more freedom, a little more balance and independence. And it's going to push him kind of into that king of water energy instead of that air that was in a page, or, being a page of water. So this is putting him in a place where he's more of an emotional, compassionate human, a more loving person, especially to the person that he's dealing with. So he is trying to be the best and the most understanding possible. And he's headed that way. Like, this is not for nothing. He's working on himself through and through. And you can fucking tell. Like, you really can. And I don't watch the Biebs, okay? I just don't. But I have to when I do readings on him. So are my freaking eyebrows crooked again? I'm over these eyebrows. My appointment literally is not until September. Ugh, I don't trust anybody else with my eyebrows. I can't do it. My daughter's like, why don't you just go to someone else? I can't. There's just some people you can't take your eyebrows to. And I'm not willing to, do that. I'm not willing to put my eyebrows on the line. Are you? Exactly. I ain't got much of them. So, okay. Whoop, there we go. Getting into that work stuff. All right, getting back to work, getting back into that experience, getting back into the momentum, the positivity, that warmth, any enthusiasm. He is definitely trying to be recognized and put into recognition. I feel like people are watching him. People are acknowledging. People are noticing. There's definitely some sort of a difference. I feel like, for sure. I think it has a lot to do with that. It's a kind of a celebration, him coming back to work or being at work just in general, or just working with the tools he was given by God. I mean, quite honestly. And there's a huge contentment, a huge stability that makes him feel a lot safer than if it was not there. And anything influencing around that is some worries he's had some sleepless nights. Now this has put him in a place of almost there. Okay. He was almost there. He was almost in a place of contentment where he was comfortable at his work or on stage. But then there was a moment that was kind of stolen from him with the health stuff. Okay. So there was definitely some health stuff and some loss, and this come at a very sharp price, I feel. And that's, again, because of all the people that are involved in what he does. So, I mean, again, the influences here is just that worry, negativity, any low energy, he had it. So now he gets to celebrate. He gets to be excited. He's stoked. He's fucking on fire now. Likely outcome of that. All right. Making some choices. He will have to make some choices. Yeah, depending, it's going to have to depend on that stability, or, I got to be a cheap ass here, or can I be extravagant here? What can I do? So he's constantly going to have to be back and forth on that. Just because somebody's a celebrity don't mean that they're like rich, so rich that they can spend whatever they want to spend. But I mean, this person, he's going to try and be frugal as possible. So I feel like there's definitely going to be some sort of knowing or information that is going to put him in a place where he is going to have to choose, you know, back and forth constantly. Can we spend this? Can we not spend this? Where are we at? Okay. Yeah. So the choices keep coming back up, and just the procrastination that has put him in the space he's already in. So any procrastination or him pushing anything off is definitely, for some reason at this moment, coming and kind of fucking with him. Even though he's trying to have this rad comeback, it's still, you know, the universe plays and deals in very funny ways. So, all right, let's get into the love stuff. We know that's why we came. I'm going to write this down so I have it. Okay. All right, let's talk about this love situation that he has with Hailey Bieber. Not that they're both seemingly healthy or whatever. Let's find out where they're at, okay? So we're going to get into kind of the overall theme of things for the both of them, and then kind of go around that, okay? Any influences, what kind of gets in their way, what, you know, helps in their relationship, whatever it might be. Okay. All right, so basically, this is going to be a current reading, so I'm going to currently find out what's going on. And as far as right now, the both of them are kind of in this place where they're trying to understand their own body, or they're just trying to understand maybe his body. And they're trying not to waste energy by worrying. So basically, they feel like that the emotion is completely wasted the moment that it's worrying. So they're one of those types and couples that really try to persevere. And even if it's a toxic positivity, unfortunately, I feel like they do tend to kind of push themselves into that box. Okay. I just feel like there is some sort of an addiction here. And I kind of assumed that it was drugs at one point in my time when I was thinking about Justin Bieber. But I really think that it's probably just food or some sort of sugar intake, maybe just too many calories or too many carbs, whatever it might be. But I definitely feel as if, as far as this relationship goes, I'm sure it is affecting it in some way. Because, you know, Hailey Baldwin's like, you know, everything's fly, everything's good. Is it? Is it? Because you guys are like 20. Okay. How is it possibly? Are you guys this sick and you guys are fighting not? Whatever. Let's find out. Okay. Over here on the left is going to be the Biebs. This is Knight of Air in reverse. Ugh. Okay. How they're feeling on the situation. Okay. We've got 2 air over on the right side with Hailey's. Okay, so again, they're kind of in agreement. We don't want to worry too much. And they're also understanding the body here. Now, this could be the physical body, spiritual body, but I just feel like it's just body in general. Anything to do with the body, they're trying to figure this out. Wow. What does that mean? What's Omega? Okay. Yeah. So in the relationship, basically just kind of anything going on, where's their standing current energy and role? Over on the Biebs side, he's less determined and less motivated in the relationship as of right now. Now we're going to find out why, but first let's find out over here about Hailey's. Okay, so she's over here really trying not to avoid things, but she's confused. Okay, so she feels like there might even be some sort of, I don't know, indirection or some sort of miscommunication or something kind of got in the way here where it's really fucked up their balance and their communication style. Let's find out what is the influence on this situation with Hailey and Justin. Why is he in a place of not being as determined as he normally was? Is it because he is focused on other things? Okay, yeah. So basically anything that has to do with contentment, luxury, anything to do with materials, home life, just the physical creation even. He's just really getting into a place where he's trying to feel very accomplished. So again, this is his main focus as of right now. Let's find out what's the influence over on Hailey's end of things. Oh, for the love. Okay, over on Hailey's end of things, she's just trying to invest. She's trying to be patient because she's ready to move forward. And just any information or, you know, assessing the situation, she is ready for creation. So she is definitely ready This shirt is just driving me nuts. I don't know what's going on with it. It's like ramming into my armpit. I don't understand. Anyway, so I feel like the assessment or any kind of investment is going to be something that she wants to grow. So she's probably ready for babies. And he's over here like, I'm on the money track. I'm on a focus. I'm energy focused into something here specific. Okay. And if not, what? Okay. How are they coming at each other? Okay. So he's in a life change. So he's going to come at her with some sudden realization. He's going to come with her, with some sort of change, and it's going to change things up so much, so dramatically that it could even create a little bit of a storm, and it kind of tips things over and makes it a little uncomfortable. Let's find out over on her end. Yeah. So because he's feeling liberated, he's feeling this freedom because of this tower energy and this tower moment. I feel like her compassion is like, she's like, I'm ready to do like the parenting thing. I'm ready to make a baby. I'm ready to persevere here. And the strength, though, is lacking. It's like she can't even get the balls up enough to say, I want a new beginning. I want to start something fresh here. I want to get into this relationship. I want to, evolve, and not just evolve on us. I want to have children. Yeah. His communication is going to be a little negative. Okay, so the thoughts on the situation is that he's worried, okay? He has a lot of worry. He gets, extremely curious when it comes to change or communication or connection or the mental. He doesn't want to be sleepless again. He doesn't want to worry again. And that's exactly where this is going to throw him, especially if he starts having babies during a moment in which he was just sick. Okay, so, he lost a lot of things, but he's gaining a lot too. So over on her and her thoughts on the situation is that she's annoyed. She's fucking annoyed. She feels like she has to compete constantly already. So this change and this conflict is really bringing her to her knees. And I feel like it's really put her in a space of like, I'm losing time and time again. Emotions. Okay, over on his end of things, his emotions they're intact. He knows what he wants. He has all the information he needs about the situation. He's able to kind of reflect on their almost like they grew up together type of vibe. So I feel like this is definitely something of nurturing. It's beautiful. It's always constantly like blooming. I feel like it's very light too. And there's like a lot of light also. Over on her end of things, emotionally, she is ready to just tap into some goals, but it's like she's really resisting that. Okay. She's really kind of like either avoiding this change or avoiding any connection with this tower energy, or maybe she's just overall just not even thinking about it. She's too consumed. She's too consumed in her over emotion, or maybe she's just feeling like a little reckless and maybe this is meaningless. And what's the point? Okay. What's the likely outcome for these two the next month or so? Okay, so there is harmony. There will be moving on, and there will be some sort of kind of a fight about fairness or justice, or is this true or is this false? Where are we going to get into a place where this is balanced and this is fucking fair? That's kind of where they're going to head, okay? And I feel like they're very experienced with having this conversation because it comes up time and time again, okay? Lastly, there is a new opportunity ahead for them, but there will be a little bit of a delay on the action because there's something else going on. I feel like there's something else going on, like in a different direction even. But this is an opportunity of creativity. So, lots of relief, lots of moving on, lots of emotion, but I think it should be smooth sailing. Is it going to be smooth sailing? Is this going to be a hope and moving on? Ugh. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can be like, smooth sailing that's why I drew that card. I freaking knew it was going to happen. Basically, they're going to be in a point in their relationship where they're going to have to make some sort of a decision because the harmony and the balance is going to be out of whack. It's going to be off completely. Any information that comes out and is given to each of them about the other, anything that they kind of become aware of, they're going to see and they're going to shift and change their perspectives. That's when they'll be at the crossroads. Let's make a choice. We got to get into these emotions and feelings. Where are we headed? So that's within the not next month, but the month after that. That's when that will be. So looking forward to those news clippings. Breaking news, Justin and Hailey. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, I got to get out of here. Please share, like, and follow on your social media. Check out mine and leave a comment or a request right in the comment section or get a hold of me in my social media. Other than that, please enjoy the rest of your day. Hit subscribe and click that bell. We are rocking it out here. Amen. So we'll see you here shortly. Goodbye.